I want to die. I'm ready to throw myself off the cliff and just be done.
What's up, Voyagers? Welcome to another episode.
1 year ago, we made reservations to hike the Grand Canyon, and we are finally here.
We're getting ready to enter the park, get checked in at the hotel for the night, because tomorrow starts the hike.
We hiked down to Phantom Ranch and back out on Thursday, and it's gonna be hopefully not that bad.
We're doing 7 miles in, staying overnight, and then 10 miles back out, and that last mile is probably gonna be pretty brutal.
So here we go. Hopefully we don't die and you actually see this footage.
Today's video is brought to you by Tiva. Tiva was born in the canyon, and what better way to celebrate 100 years of the Grand Canyon than by wearing our brand new Tivas.
We're all checked in and we're staying at the El Tovar Hotel, and this is the room view. Look at it. Look at that.
It's actually way colder than we expected. Like, I didn't pack a jacket, I had to buy a new one. I'm in shorts and currently in sandals and just very ill-equipped for this. I was expecting 95 degrees or hotter.
And it's been raining, so we're hoping to get up really early, beat the rain that's gonna come down, and make it to Phantom Ranch before 11. Let's see if we can do it.
Thank you guys. Everybody's been practicing and working hard.
To not dying.
It's not dying.
Here we go.
Good morning.
It's 6 a.m., just before actually, and we are about to catch the shuttle over to where we're gonna start our hike.
At the South Kaibob Trail. And it's a little damp, so we might get a little wet today.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a rainstorm coming through in about an hour and a half, and it's only 45 degrees out right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
But it's supposed to warm up as we go down into the canyon, so we'll see.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Here we go.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the
So we get here, we're ready to go, and it starts hailing. So we got our ponchos on. Oh, I ripped it. Shit.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive.
So it's hailing right now. Didn't see that one coming.
Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me.
Fog has rolled in. It's crazy out there. We don't even know what we're hiking into. But in case we haven't properly introduced who we're hiking with, we've got my dad, John.
I am so ready to go down, no problem. Gotta come out though.
My younger brother, Max.
Let's do this.
And my younger sister, Zoe. We've all hiked rim to rim in the past. Max was 11. Zoe and I, it was only about like 9 years ago, and my dad has done it twice, so it's Aaron's first time. So far, so good.
This is wild. Like, I can barely see Hayden up ahead of me, who's much faster because we're going downhill, but take a look at this. Ah.
So we're still hiking in the rain, but now there's thunder coming through, which is literally my favorite sound in the world. Fun fact, a serranophile is somebody who loves storms, and that's me.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away.
The sun has come out. The clouds have passed. The rain has passed, hopefully. And looks like we're gonna have some clear skies here. We're back to being able to see the view, and it's just absolutely stunning.
That I can hear the sound of people talking, the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold.
Taking a little snack break. Sun's out.
Good.
So we're gonna camp here tonight and continue at dawn. We're out of food, and we're probably gonna have to eat Dad first.
So we're about 3 miles out of 7, and we're heading down to the river. It's our next step. Well, that's our final destination for the night. Thank goodness it warmed up.
Clouds and thunders standing in my way. But I must try to figure it out anyway. Songs of worries travel with the storm. But I must try to figure it out alone. Yeah, I must try to figure it out alone. And now, ooh, when you're gone, ooh, I know things won't be the same no more, I'm sure. It'll take a while 'cause I'm still sore, yeah, now, ooh, when you're gone, I still have a long way to
We made it!
Barely alive.
That's an intense hike. That is no joke.
Falling over. I can't stand up. Ow.
7.5 miles. I haven't looked at the altitude difference, but it was basically straight downhill the entire time.
The whole time it was brutal. Pretty brutal. But we're here, so 7 miles in stairs, downhill stairs.
Yeah. Imagine doing the Stairmaster for 7 miles. Downhill. With a pack.
Oh my gosh, I am not looking forward to tomorrow. 10 miles out.
I am. That was the hard part for me. Going downhill is always my my issue, so you know, going uphill is not going to be fun. Like, I'm not going to be like, ooh, on the way up, but you know, I'm not going to be complaining about my knees anymore either, so.
And now it's time for beers.
Yeah.
Beer. 30.
Cheers. Cheers, man.
walls and mountains standing in my way. But I must try to figure it out anyway. Tales of worries travel with the storm.
We had a delicious dinner that included a vegan chili, and then we headed down to the river to ice our knees after a very long day.
Good morning. So we ran out of SD card on our other camera last night, so we just took off from Phantom Ranch. It's a little after 5:30 in the morning. The rest of this is going to be shot on a GoPro. Probably not going to be a lot of footage because we are going all uphill the whole way. We started out of Phantom Ranch, starting down the Bright Angel Trail, and for every foot that we gained in elevation, they took it away from us. And that just completely destroyed my left knee. So it's going to be a long day. We're just now heading towards Indian Gardens. So Tell us how you're feeling.
I want to die. I'm ready to throw myself off of the cliff and just be done. That's it, done. We're crawling. We're crawling up this mountain. And as you can see, it's raining.
So,
We're alive.
here we are. It was quite the challenging experience getting out of the canyon. As you can see, the last piece of footage was very far deep in that canyon still. We were not even close to getting out.
It got so cold and like mind-numbingly, bone-chillingly cold, and on top of that it was raining and hailing, and I was in shorts and a cut-off t-shirt and a poncho. I'd given Hayden my rain jacket, but we were already soaked, like she couldn't even take advantage of that, and just
Our biggest mistake was we waited too long to put our ponchos on, because when we were hiking it started to kind of drizzle, which actually felt really nice.
Yeah.
So we were like, yes, this is perfect weather, like just a little drizzle, it's helping to keep us cool. And we keep going, and then the rain gets harder and we didn't get our ponchos out in time, so we were wet. So we're soaked to the bone, we get our ponchos out, and then it starts to like pour, just dumping rain. And we're still just trudging along, and we didn't have like dry clothes on anyway. And so as we got further out, it got colder, the temperature increased, it started to snow and hail, and that's when I wanted to die. I was ready to throw myself off of the cliff. I was so cold that, and so soaked to the bone that all of my muscles had like constricted. It was excruciating to just like move a couple of feet. It's just dumping rain, so our feet are wet, which is Aaron's like absolute worst thing that's ever happened in his life. If his sock gets wet, it's like the end of the world. So we were completely drenched and just trudging along, and then like old people were passing us. It was like morally defeating. My brother made it. We finally got service. My brother made it out of the canyon in like 4 something hours, and it took us like 8.
Yeah, the last 3 miles, once we got to the 3 mile rest area, it was just
Brutal.
That's where it became demoralizing, because you start to realize that no matter how bad it gets, you still have to get out.
There's no quitting.
There's no quitting. And so it got to the point where it became a war of attrition, and every inch was just us pushing each other to try and get out of there. That's why none of this was filmed. We were very, very
I sobbed.
beat.
I just straight up started sobbing. It actually helped. It made me feel better, because every time I thought about crying, it would like make me choke up, which would then like constrict my chest, and so I would have a hard time breathing, and so then I was like hyperventilating because I like needed to cry. So finally I just started to sob, and it actually helped, but it was awful. We're just sitting there, like we had to take a break, we're sitting there just soaking wet in the pouring rain, and I'm sobbing,
And my knees were
and like
shot.
little old ladies are passing us. It's just
They're
awful.
like, keep going, you can do
You can do
this.
it.
I don't think it was so much the conditioning or the endurance or the actual hike itself. Like, that was tough.
It's
but I
hard.
think
It's a
just
hard hike, like no joke.
the rain and the cold
Yeah.
and the just brutality of, because it was a straight downpour. I think
Yeah.
that once you lose your moral high ground,
Yeah.
it was awful. But
Once you get beat down, it just gets so much worse, and it just was awful. Like, it was
but
bad.
we made it, and we're not going to put you through. We didn't film most of it.
We didn't film any of it,
but
really.
there was, nobody wants to really see people being just.
He should have gotten me just sobbing, like in the pouring rain, like huddled under my ripped poncho.
Yeah, but I was worried about you.
I was worried about myself. It was bad.
I knew there were moments where you looked at me and I was like, that's what I needed from you, and then I looked at you and I could just tell that you were like, okay, I can take another 10 stops.
Yeah, he had to keep me going. He's like, you got this. Because, like, there's nowhere to go. I can't just curl up on the side of the road, then I just die, like, it's kind of, and then it's stressful because it really is, like, life or death, you can't, there's no, like, oh, I quit, and, like, We tried to catch a ride on the donkey train. We're like, hey, you got any room?
It's really tough to predict the weather. And I think had we had a better weather day, it would have gone a lot more positively. Like, yeah, my knees would have still hurt. Yeah, it still would have been a brutal hike. But I think we would have gotten out of there and just been like, okay, we're done. Not, okay, I think we just barely survived.
Yeah. And, like, my brother made it out earlier, but before all the cold and, like, hail had set in. So it's, like, it's a tough hike, but it's a lot worse in the cold. So if you do it, I hope you have a better experience than we did.
Incredible hike. Beautiful views.
Great.
Fantastic.
But we'll never do it again.
We'll never do it again.
We actually already have a little bit of a trauma amnesia because in the middle of that hike, I was like, I'm never hiking again. Like, we can sell our packs, we can get rid of these shoes. Like, I am never going on a hike again, but I'm already kind of over that. But we're going to see if we can do Havasupai, which I've been reading. That's kind of like a walk in the park compared to doing the big canyon. So
yeah,
it's only 2,000 feet instead of, I think, 5.
I think outside of a mountain, I think canyon's probably one of the toughest hikes you can do.
It's just straight up. It's just straight up. So, you know, it was a great experience. I'm glad Aaron got to experience it. It also doesn't help that my dad, who's 61,
just had knee surgery.
Surgery, and like he bit us out by 2 hours. It's his 3rd time. He's done it once a decade. So it didn't help. Like, everything was just bad. It was just bad. So,
but we're alive.
We're alive.
We made it. You're gonna keep seeing videos from us. They just won't be at the Grand Canyon.
No. So that's it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed watching it and watching us almost die. But we made it.
We made it.
We will see you next time.
See ya.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive.